Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show how to grade red footage. So here, for example, we have a golf guy video. We have a log footage. So first we got to apply color space transform, which I'll have ready no tree. Go here, apply grade. And here's my node tree where I have color space transform, a lot. Maybe it's a lot to explain, but first we have exposure, balance, saturation, contrast, some vignettes, and skin compressor, saturation. Yeah, these are DCTL third-party application that's provided by Kazi. If you don't know him, check out his website. He's got this fantastic tool that lets you monitor all that you're doing, and also a very easy way to grade the footage. I'm gonna show you in a second how it's done. Color space transfer. Here we go. We gotta go from red, white, gamut, RGB, which is the best, the newest red camera color space. We're working with the red Log 3 G10, which is the newest input gamma space. Then we're going into DaVinci White Gamut color space. Then we go on the sandwich on the other side. We're gonna be working in that color space, right? So everything that's in between is in a white color space spectrum. And then we're gonna finish off transforming it into Rec 709, ready for website. What will you? Going to Rec 709, Gamma 2.4. Here we can apply tone mapping DaVinci, which protects us from clipping highlights, saturation, compression, so the saturation doesn't explode too much. Yes, and okay, so we have the first transformation ready to grade. Exposure, let's check it out. I like to do it in the color space, in a gamma space that's called linear. And then when you go into gain, when you manipulate the gain acts like an offset. But it's a much easier, much better way of balancing your footage because it acts like an ISO in the camera. So that's easy. So we got, so let's kind of lift it up a little bit, looking at my scopes, going somewhere in the middle. I think it's a good starting point. Then we can go to balance. Balance the same gamma in the linear. In that linear space, when you go to gain, then you can easily manipulate, find the right white balance, which here we have it a little bit green maybe. So let's go to the other side towards magenta. Yes, that's nice, and maybe a bit less one, just something like this. We will fix it. We will create a look later on, but just I think it's a good starting balance point. Saturation, not so much. We can do that later in the DCTL called QT sets control. Let's actually go right now. Let's go mid set. We bump it up a little bit there. So what this DCTL does, it lets you target specific levels of the saturation, right? So if we wanna attack the low as a black saturation. Then we can do that. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit attacks all these shadows. And if we go to highlights, then obviously addresses those highlights that are seen in the grass, obviously, right? Because the sun is coming, the sun is coming into the grass, and yeah. So maybe let's start from the middle point, somewhere around the middle. Gives an overall sort of, it's like a middle of spectrum to find that. Okay, we have a set. Then we have so let's not touch that. Okay, so what we can do, what is wonderful about this plugin is, if we are in DNA look plugin, we can go here and choose a design lot, so to speak. Here we have three options: neutral, and one of the most popular film look emulations, which is Kodak 2383 and Fuji. Let's see. Kodak is obviously a little bit warmer. Fuji has this little bit colder look. So I would go here with Kodak. I want to achieve that warm, sort of cool, warm, cool look for that scene. And what we can see is that it went a little bit too much into our highlights. So what we can do is go into our highlights and then lower the warmth, which is red. Normally red is the warmth, which is, you can see, it cools down a little bit. If we go full screen without it, yeah, it does something. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I like how his shirt pops out in that cyan bluish color. Okay, how's the grass? The grass looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, a little bit on the yellowish side, but let's crank it a little bit more towards that real greenish color. For that, I would go to my separate note, which we don't have. Oh yes, we do. We have an adjustment note, which we can use for anything that has to be fixed. I'm so fixed what's not in the note tree, and then we can simply go to what is it called? Curves. Curves, hue versus hue. What that means that we are targeting specific hues, colors. And so here we could go into that green color. Normal, actually no, I'm wrong. Actually, grass starts from yellowish, and that's maybe a little bit too wide, so let's narrow it down. And a good trick for here, can you see when I did that, it changed the level of it, which is not good. But then we can go here, hue rotation. If we double click it, it goes back to 0. Let's do the same on the other side. So we are narrowing, right? So we're narrowing a little bit the hue spectrum. Same here, go back to 0. And now we can manipulate that green. Can you see? Oh, it's going really far. Maybe that was too much. So let's move it back a bit. We are achieving Oh, maybe there. That's almost there. Yes, that's really green. That's really green. I think it looks pretty good. All right. The next thing I would do is I would pop out the subject, the model, which is our gold guy. We would go to vignette, note, turn it on by Command D. And what do we have? Oh, I have some crap. So let's delete that. Let's reset that. Let's go into Power Window. To window. Do like this. Change the shape of the vignette. So what vignette does, it does soften it a lot because we don't want to see those edges. The beauty, the truth about the vignette is that when you do it, you don't want the audience to see that you're doing it. So it's like a trick, but you don't want it to be visible. It should work, but should not be seen, if you know what I mean. So yeah, here on the subject, sort of heavy in the middle, soften it up. You can grab that and manipulate that, or it's the same here, as you can see, in the soft one. That's about it. Maybe stretch it out a bit. Okay, here, and then we go to our primaries. Actually, if we click that button, yes, that button, it shows us what are we doing. So we are targeting that place, and let's pop him out a little bit. Normally, the best way is to go not offset, not gain, not because that it's crashing a little bit those sides. So the most neutral and most natural and most effective, and without breaking too much footage, is to go to gamma. So we go there. I can see, yes, it's opening up a little bit. So if you see full screen, we have a little bit of pop. I think you can see that. So yeah, and then we have to track it, of course, because when the subject moves, then we have a little bit of movement. Let me disable it because it's slowing down. And so what we do is go here, I think in the window, in tracking, and then go track forward. That button means that it's gonna track from where you are forward and backwards. So it covers the whole clip. And so it feels that's a little bit maybe slow. My machine is M1 Max from 2 years ago. Yes, it did the job. And that's it, guys. I think that's it for this first basic look. Yeah, what can we do? We can of course export it. Let's go to deliver page. Here I have some presets ready, where I call it like full HD, but my footage was in 4K. So let's go to 4K and name it, add it, export it, and it's gonna be on your timeline. That was it. Thank you so much for following, and see you in the next one.